Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are doing well and having a fantabulous Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and give it a couple of minutes for people to pop on here, but I'm super excited to come to you today with our guest, Bobby G, who I'll introduce in a minute, to help everyone awaken to their spiritual gifts. And so with that, I kind of want to wait to introduce Bobby a little bit till a couple people are on here. Hey, Lisa, I'm so glad you made it. How you doing today, Lisa?
Kelly, can they hear us clearly because you're breaking up for me?
Lisa, can you hear us clearly? Who else is on? Say, hey, Adriana, how are you? Can everyone hear us? Okay, can you give me some like hearts and thumbs if you could hear me, and then we'll do a quick sound check on with Bobby. You're doing great, Lisa. Glad to hear. Adriana, I'm so glad you tuned in. It's been a while. How are you? Are you still in Becky's 1% Elite? How's your business coaching doing? Okay, they can hear me fine. Bobby, do you want to say a quick sentence?
Just to find out whether or not they can hear me because
All right.
my reception's all crackledy.
Can you all hear Bobby okay? Hey, Bailey, how are you? Sandy, hi. Okay, Sandy can hear both of us. Hi, Regina, how are you tonight? Oh, you're doing
Okay, we're
great.
fine.
Okay, Adriana's here too. Okay, we'll give it just a couple more minutes, guys, just to let people tune in to awakening to your spiritual gifts. But I guess we can go and start introducing it. So y'all know me, obviously. You're my group.
Hmm.
And so from that, guys, a lot of you have been requesting spiritual growth and spiritual development. And as much as I love channeling for you all and doing individual, connecting to your individual guides, am I pointing the right way? This way, yes. My colleague Bobby Gray over here is actually very near and dear to my heart. She is one of the first people who helped me awaken to my spiritual gifts. Let me read the comments really quick. Adriana, I'm not in there anymore either. I appreciate what I learned from her, but I'm in there anymore. Bailey, I'm doing well. Okay, Lisa, can you find Matt? Hey, Madeline, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it, Madeline. Okay, everyone. So when I first started opening up to my spiritual gifts, Bobby was one of the first people who was one of my coaches, and I met her. God, Bobby, how old was I?
It was about 10 years ago at least.
Yeah, 18, 20, maybe 22. I'm now 31, guys. So I guess what I kind of just want to tell people a little bit about you, Bobby. What attracted me to her was that I was beginning to kind of really recognize that what I had was a gift, not just voices in my head. I wasn't just crazy. Hey, Fernanda, I'm glad you joined. And so what attracted me to Bobby was that she had hey, I could speak to the non-physical, the spirit guides, the angels, but she was also trained in psychology. And so, Bobby, what's your degree again?
I'm a licensed clinical social worker,
Licensed
which is
clinical
the big
social.
word for therapist.
And so for me, I was in college. I was in that very kind of, that vulnerable state of transition. And I just thought, okay, she seems to have both components of what I need. So from there, she was like one of my first life coaches. So from there, it started with kind of typical life coaching, and more on the psychology base. And then it took a shift to the spiritual gifts. And then after we essentially raised my vibrations, and she kind of taught me how to channel. So that's why I had to bring her to you guys and have her come here. And she has so graciously agreed to do a 4-part free training for everyone with our goal of this. It's going to be this Thursday, next Thursday, and the next 2 Fridays over the course of October, is to help you guys awaken to your gifts over these next 4 weeks, so that you'll be able to identify what your gift is and practical steps for how to develop it even further. And so with that, there's also, I do want to let you guys know who are on here about upcoming workshops and ways to work with both of us. And right now it's to work with both of us. It's the Zen Den. So the Zen Den, guys, this is for anyone who wants more out of life. This is for anyone who wants more. You want to enjoy life more. You want more friends. You want a lover. You want more money. You want more out of life. So it's going to be at the beginning of every month, there's going to be me And we're going to set your goals for the month, law of attraction. We're going to do your step one ask, and I'm going to work with everyone who's in the group to do a proper step one ask so that you can actually receive what it is you want. Every week you get a phone call with me, with the group, to make sure you're on track to keep manifesting. We also have beautiful tantric yoga with Concha. And tantric yoga, it's get your mind out the gutter, guys. It is more about aligning the energy within you, making sure that after a yoga session with Concha and any tantra yoga instructor, your chakras are in complete alignment and balance. And it's just all about releasing resistance. So we do your powerful law of attraction step one ask, followed up with weekly check-ins with me to make sure that everyone's still manifesting. We have yoga in the middle of the week to make sure any resistance that comes up leaves easily. And we also have once a week deep dive intensive spiritual workshops, and those are geared for spiritual development. Everything woo-woo. We're going to have a crystal expert. We're going to have an Akashic record expert. We're going to have someone who channels the plebeians and the Arcturians. We're going to have Bobby in there. Bobby, the first month in November, she's going to do our first 3-hour spiritual workshop intensive. So that's the Zen Den. That's how you can continue working with both of us. I put a link up above if you'd like to join. There's still 2 bonuses left. So the next 2 people who sign up, you receive a free 30-minute intensive with me on the phone, channeling spirit for you and your problems, or issues, questions, problems, anything you're wondering about. So with that, Bobby, do you have anything else to introduce about yourself? Thank you so much for coming on here and working with my tribe.
Well, just thank you all for participating and being willing to come play. I'm very excited to get a chance to do this. Been working with the Gregory Continuum and channeling for 27 years now. And I have a blog talk radio show I've been doing for 8 years. So there's people out there that seem to get a lot of value out of what I do. And
huge value, huge.
Huge. And I keep doing it because people keep saying that they get value out of it. And in the classes I've taught, when I've done them here in my local town, everybody who's in the class is doing some form of channeling by the end of the class. So I know from experience that it's successful. And the part that's fun for me as a Bobby is that my job is to show up, release, and let Gregory through, because they're the ones teaching the class. They're the ones who know what you need to know in order to be able to channel and touch into your spiritual gifts. If it isn't channeling like you're seeing, well, you'll see me do in just a moment, whether it's tarot, whatever it is, they know what you need to focus on to develop your spiritual gifts, because we all have spiritual gifts, every one of us.
Oh my God, exactly. That's why sometimes people, I agree. I don't do cookie cutter. Here's a template. Here's how to channel. It's just more about what does that person need for their gifts, because everyone's gift is different. But it looks like it's already 14 minutes after. So if everyone, we invite you to get comfortable wherever in your chair. You're going to want to get as comfortable as possible, present in the moment. Begin to bring your awareness and your attention to the present room right now and into the chair that you have. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Bobby and her spirit team called the Gregory Continuum.
All right. So to begin with, my darlings, we always start with the 3 cleansing breaths to align energy, because when we do that, we're not only aligning energy with the Bobby, but we're aligning energy with each and every one of you, because we have no time or distance between us. We are ever present with you, and you are ever present with us always. So we're going to lead you in the 3 cleansing breaths, and then we're going to give you a little bit of information about what you can do to develop your gifts. So breathing in 1, hold, and breathe out. Breathing in 2, hold, and breathe out. Breathing in 3, hold, and breathe out. My darlings, if you do nothing more than that, if you do nothing more than that focused point of breathing in and breathing out and allowing your energy to slow down, to be in the moment, to feel the energy in you, to notice your brain going round and round and round, to notice the thoughts and the energy inside your body. That is always the beginning to being able to channel and develop your spiritual gifts. Now, we will use the word channeling because it doesn't matter to us whether you use tarot, whether or not you use astrology, whether or not you use runes, whether or not you journal on a piece of paper, or whether or not you do it verbally like you see Bobby doing right now. It doesn't matter. It's all a process of aligning with the energy of spirit. And the first thing that each and every one of you needs to do to begin to do that is to slow down. Let go of the egoic brain that wants to be in control so desperately. The ego is not bad. It's beautiful. Its job is to keep you focused here on the planet. If a bus is coming at you, you don't want to be ohming. You want to get out of the way. And that's what the egoic mind's job is. But it has the belief that it should be in control of everything. And when it comes to channeling, my darling, when it comes to being in connection with spirit, the process is very important to let go of the egoic mind, to breathe, to focus, and to center. And the 3 cleansing breaths that we just gave you, breathing in through the nose, holding it, breathing out through the mouth, releasing, is what you need to do to begin the process. And for those of you who are new to this, we would suggest you start with the 3 cleansing breaths. Just allow yourself to do that and allow yourself to feel the energy inside your bodies as you do it. Allow yourself to notice your mind wanting to take over. And you tell the mind, nah, I'm breathing right now. And you breathe in and you hold and you breathe out. And you allow yourself to slow down. Then we would like you to begin to set a timer and give yourself, for most of you that are new to it, start with just 2 minutes. It's going to seem an eternity, but just 2 minutes. And then increase it to 3, and then increase it to 4, and then increase it to 5. 5 minutes a day is all we're asking, but we are asking you begin to do it every day because you want to begin to train your body and your mind to notice one another. You want that egoic mind to be doing a little, I'm going to take it. No, I'm breathing now. So that instead of your mind being in charge, your being is in charge. And it's not even being a charge. You're slowing down to allow the energy of spirit through. Because when your mind is going 90 miles an hour, my darlings, you're asking, oh, spirit, please give us this. Oh, spirit, I want to learn that. Oh, spirit, this needs to happen. And we're going, hello, hello, hello. And you're not hearing us because you're too busy being busy. And the mind is too active being in control. It's a simple process, my darlings. It's a simple process to begin. And all of the things that we're going to be doing in the class are going to be about helping you to find different modalities. But the first step to find those modalities is to slow down, to center. Because that's how you'll begin to notice, am I hearing? Is that how I'm getting information? Am I feeling? Is that how I'm getting information? Is there a sense of knowing? Is that how the information is coming? But you can't even get there until you learn to slow down, to breathe, to focus, to center, to come into your now, this precious, precious moment of now that is the only moment you really have ever in your life. It's a saying that you throw around like it means something, but most of you don't get it because you haven't slowed down to be in your now. It's in your now that you will begin to feel, sense, hear, and notice a difference in the energy. And in that difference is the beginning of your ability to touch your spiritual gifts. And that is our first lesson for you, my darlings. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So I'd love to add a little bit on top of that
please
as
do,
well.
Kelly.
From So to give a little bit more, so your human brain can kind of wrap on to that message. It's your spiritual beings. You came down to have a human level experience and you're united as one. And so what's said about the human brain taking over, the egoic mind taking over, it's the part of you that's physical, that eats, that enjoys, that dates, that has sex, that eats, that feels bad, that feels good. That's very vital. It's the experience that you chose to have. Channeling is a simple matter of tapping in to the spiritual side of you that came down to have the human level experience. So channeling is inherent and within everyone to be able to do, because it's a simple matter of quieting the earth side of you to listen to the inner being side of you. So from that, like, guys, I cannot stress enough the importance of doing. And Bobby Gregory said to do it for 2 minutes a day to start with.
At first, just 3 cleansing breaths is what he said. And then set it for 2, 3, 4, and 5 minutes.
Okay, so everyone who's on here, you're first, this is a 4-part series training. So you have the understanding that channeling is inherent and with everyone. Your first step to be able to listen to the 50% that's inherent and inside of you is to, when you wake up in the morning, do those 3 breaths. Breathing in, hold, breathing out. If you guys will do that every day between now and next Thursday, I promise that you will feel a shift, and the next message will catapult it even more, because from there, and Bobby, feel free to chime in if needed. From there, once you quiet your human level brain from the, oh, I got to take the kids to the school. Oh, I got to wake my kids up to get them on time for school. Let's make them breakfast. Oh, are they eating enough good stuff for work? Oh, got to wake up the husband too. He needs to get to work. Shoot, now I need to get myself. It's the breathing calms all of that stuff, all of that to-do list that we just race over and over and over in our brain.
We want to add one other thing here, Kelly, is that if you will begin to do it in the morning, as Kelly has suggested, and as we have instructed, then when you're busy throughout your day, as you begin to incorporate that, and you notice your nervous, crazy energy going in your human life, you will learn to do those 3 cleansing breaths more than once. But if you don't learn it with the quiet time in the morning before you get going, it won't encode into your body and into your being at the level that it is useful. Yes.
So in terms of, and also throughout the day, if you ever start feeling worry, doubt, insecurity, I'm not sure what to do, I'm confused what to do, how am I going to get all of this done? I don't see how I'm going to get all of this done. Any type of thoughts like that, you are out of alignment. Spiritual, human, you're out of alignment. AKA, you're not going to be able to hear your spirit guides. You're not going to be able to hear your inner being. When you feel those things, if you do those 3 breaths, you do this. And then you're okay. If you're overwhelmed and have a lot to do, it's okay. This is the highest priority. This is what I need to do next. Universe, you know everything I need to get done. Once you quiet your mind with the breaths, universe, you know everything I need to get done. What's most important for me to do? And then you will hear your inner being, your spirit guide of what it is. Anything to add to that, Bobby?
No, we love the combination of what we are offering and your addition. It is so sweet because we know individuals here on different levels, and the combination of the two is quite delightful, my darling.
I agree too. I think, guys, before we start going into comments, I want to give a little bit more, and it just left my mind what I wanted to add to it. So the 3 cleansing breath, guys, I had to do this because I had a lot of lower vibrations to release. I did this for years. I did it for years, and I did it every morning, and I worked my way up to 15 minutes, and I did it throughout the day, like 10, 20 times a day. Before I had to make any decision, I would make sure to quiet my mind so that my inner being, my spirit guide was there. From there, though, once you're able to do the 3 breaths and feel the relief, So your only homework is 3 cleansing breaths in the morning, 3 of them every day. That's the minimum. If you do that before next Thursday, you're going to feel profound shifts, and your next step's going to be even easier after that. If you're able to do more throughout the day, or maybe increase it to a minute, 2 minutes, perfect, mwah, beautiful. You're going to have exponential growth versus just rapid growth. So once you could do the breath and essentially align your inner being with you, from there, that's when we'll be able to get into more specifics, like hear, clairadescence, feel, clairsentient, all knowing. You don't know where the information's coming from, but it's coming to you, what's going to happen. Claircognizant, clairvoyant. Do you get images in your head? You have to be able to do that alignment with you and your inner being before you can identify what your gift is. And then from there, then there's all sorts of tips and modalities for how to expand them even more. But do the breath, guys. It's going to be so worth it. Bobby, anything to add before we start going into people's questions and comments?
That was a beautiful explanation. Thank you.
All right, let me see the comments. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We love seeing you here. Like Bobby and I love channeling. We love channeling. We love helping people awaken to their gifts, because the more people awaken, the better it gets. Okay, so Fernanda is saying, I do the breathing at night and throughout the day. Perfect. And saying, thank you for your time. So Fernanda, I got to ask you, when you do the breath work, do you feel I call it the vibrational shift, the emotional shift from when you first started doing it to after the 3 breaths? Like, how do you feel after each breath? And then tell us how you feel, and then Bobby will be able to help a little bit more there. And so we have Lisa's comment. What if we already meditate 30 minutes per day, and I have an app that alarms every hour, and I breathe on every hour? Okay, so Lisa, can you be a little bit more specific on your question? Is it like when you meditate, do you get into a sense of feeling in your body of peace and mind? Or are you, okay, so guys, here's a little bit of how do I say this? A bubble burst. When you're and Gregory, Bobby Gregory, I'm more than happy to hear what you have to say after what I have to say too. Yes. When you're there's a difference between meditating and visualization. When you're listening to a recorded, guided voice thing, that's technically a visualization, not a meditation. For beginners, it is a great way. It's like, instead of taking the full step to meditating, it's the great getting ready to be getting ready to be getting ready, the next step along your journey. It's the great half step to then begin to meditate on your own. So Lisa, I definitely invite you to give us a little more information about how do you feel after that 30 minutes. Her app. Oh, Lisa. Okay, I'm rereading it now. Your app is more a little alarm that reminds you to breathe. Okay, so give us a little more information, Lisa, about how you feel after the meditation and how you feel after the breathing, and then we could give you your next steps. Gloria saying wonderful. Karen saying love the great information. Thank you. Fernanda saying love you guys. Hartles, really cool name by the way, is saying thank you, Kelly and Bobby. Okay, so now we're going back to Lisa, fist bump. We're going back to Fernanda, Bobby.
Okay.
He originally mentioned that. Let me go back to the original comment. And if you guys have questions on your spiritual development, that was the information for you guys to take home as your next couple of steps before we meet next Thursday. If you guys have questions on your individual spiritual development, we'll channel individual answers for you guys right now. Okay, so Fernanda's was, I do the breathing at night and throughout the day. So I asked, how do you feel after it? I feel calmer. I ask my guides. I tend to have an inner voice, so to speak. At times I doubt what I hear, but been better since you came along. Wonderful. Mwah. Bobby, do you want to?
Yes. So this is Bobby coming through. I like to clarify when it's Gregory and when it's me. I've been meditating 3 times a day minimum I've been meditating daily for 10 years, I guess, but 3 times a day for the last 3 years, let's say. The difference between meditation, which is good, Gregory is always saying the more meditation, the better. When I bumped it from daily to 3 times a day, my spiritual guide work just burst forth. The difference with the 3 cleansing breaths is it's a centering technique. And it only takes a few moments to get you into that centered place. Before I do a read, I bring it into that centered place. And my brain, my Bobby brain, and my connection to Gregory come together like Kelly's showing in that moment, and I'm there. And so it's a centering technique that fine-tunes you in a quick, easy moment. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, do you Fernanda, Fernanda, I think I called you he earlier. I apologize. So you definitely feel calmer. She's feeling the grounding that you mentioned, the centering that you mentioned. You're able to speak to your guides, and you're able to hear an inner voice. So you're clairaudescence. So be aware of that. In terms of law of attraction, it's do a step 1 ask. I'm ready to hear my inner voice more than ever before. I'm ready to hear it more and more and more. I'm ready to begin to hearing it even outside of meditation. Then the next part of the comment, Bobby, is at times I doubt what I hear, but I've been getting better. So do you have anything to add to that, or maybe can channel a quick message from Gregory for how to?
I've been doing this for 27 years, and still sometimes I go, really? Is that true? And what I do is I pay attention to the results. I pay attention to people saying, oh my God, that was so right on, or oh, I really wanted to hear that. Or when I channel for myself, I do it, I write it out in the morning when I journal. I look at what Gregory said, I go back and I go, oh, wow, that was right on. So when the egoic brain, the ego brain wants to be in charge, and it wants to say, well, you don't know that's true. Well, no, I don't, but Gregory does. And the more I do this, the more I gather the information of when it has been true and when it works. And more times than not now, I trust the information. There will still be some times when the egoic brain will say, you don't know what kind of health problems those people have. And I'll come back with, well, no, but in 27 years, I've gotten a lot of feedback that the information through the Gregory has been accurate. So again, that's where tapping into the spirit. When I'm in Gregory, I have no doubt. But the minute Gregory's not where I'm not focused, Gregory's always here. The minute I'm not focused, the egoic brain has a chance to go nanner, nanner. And then it's my job to do the breathing, the focusing, the centering, and going, I know what that energy is. And I know it's only 3 breaths away at any time I choose.
That's great. I have this awesome analogy that came to my head as you were speaking. It's so the doubt. Whenever you doubt your message from spirit, what do I always say? Accept how you feel. Identify how you feel, accept how you feel, and then embrace it. I am tuning in my spiritual gifts. So Fernanda, this is for you. I am tuning into my spiritual gifts more than ever before, and I have doubt. I'm able to hear them a decent number of the times when I get quiet, and I love that. I love it. I love it. I want more of that. And yet I still doubt it, and I'm okay with that because I recognize that I am a physical being, something that I could touch, hear, see, and feel, tapping into the non-physical, something that I can't see, okay? So from there, we invite you to recognize that connecting to your inner being, connecting to the non-physical, connecting to your spirit guides, to the angels, to the archangels, is a matter of, on a human level analogy, meeting a new friend. When you first meet someone, are you, oh my God, here's how much money I make, here's my business. What would you do? What do you suggest I do with my husband? No. You get tea. Hey, how are you? Surface level talk. You build trust as you go. So we very much loved Bobby's and Gregory's suggestion of taking it like, okay, this is what my clairaudescence said today. Follow the advice. What happened from it? Because from there, it will be a matter of building that new friendship. You know, when you meet a new person, it's okay. Let's meet for tea at 3. Did they show up on time? They said something. I'll meet you at 3. Your clairaudescence is giving you information. Did they show up at 3? Yes, you just built trust in them. This is information I got. Was it correct? Yes, you built trust. From there, We invite you to, as you continue to kind of take note, because that's building the trust in your gift, which is very much a vital step of spiritual development. We invite you to then, did it work out? Great. How did you feel when you received the information? Did it not work out? How did you feel? Oftentimes you'll find that if it does not work out, you were in a state of overwhelm and trying to force the answer. So the importance of the list building. So you guys gotten 2 steps in this one, the breath work to align your energy with your spiritual and your human side. And for those of you who have already kind of tapped into which gift is yours, it's simple a matter of building the trust. And this is what was said. If you begin to channel for others, here's the information that came through, and you could very much kind of open your eyes a little and say, hey guys, how is this resonating with you? Like, be okay with building the trust.
Very good, Kelly. All right. Channeling there, baby. And I want to say hi to Queen Goddess Yokas. I saw you there, darling. Thank you.
She's saying you look beautiful, Bobby.
Yes, I saw that. That floated up to my screen. I haven't gotten to see most of the comments, but that one made it up just from her.
Spirit must be trying to.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, so that was for Fernanda, hopefully to help you work through your step. Let's see. So we've got Lisa back. Lisa mentioned, hey, great, thank you for the breathwork exercise that you gave me, but I've already been doing that for a while. I've been meditating for 30 minutes a day, and I asked her to clarify what type of meditating is she doing. Oh, I listened to Abraham Hicks for 20 minutes. Yes. And then I do 10 minutes on my own. Okay, perfect. And then her next comment is, I focus on my breathing by counting on my own. Counting's good. Counting brings me the present moment. I do feel more relaxed and at ease. Okay, perfect. So Lisa, then, so perfect. You've done the first step already. Where are you at right now with receiving intuitive abilities? Do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you smell it? You can smell it. I forgot the name of it. Claire something. I forgot the name of that one. But sometimes you can smell the air and just, this is what's going to happen. So where are you at right now with your spiritual development? And where's your sticking point so we can help you through it right now? And in the meantime, Lisa, while I'm waiting for your comment, I'm going to switch over to Karen's comment, which is, I don't know where I am at in my development, and that's okay. What I need to focus on. Sometimes it feels overwhelming to keep up, learn, understand, and implement. Karen, your exercise is Bobby. Well, Bobby, I'll let you answer afterwards, but your exercise then is exactly the very first one she gave you. The 3 centering breaths to align the overwhelm that I mentioned. It lessens that so you can connect to your inner being. That is your first
coming through. When you're feeling a sense of overwhelm, my darling, you're tapping into the ego's considerations, comparisons, and thought forms about what it should look like. One of the things we most powerfully want to work with all of you on is to release the shoulding. Okay, because in order to tap into the information, to be with spirit, you do the cleansing breaths to be. It's in the beingness that you develop your gifts. And when you begin to let go of right, wrong, that's part of what we're going to be working on too. But we're getting into more of the class there, Kelly.
We don't. I do have a call at 6 too. Otherwise, guys, I'd stay on here all night with you guys. I can really do. I kind of want to add in a little bit there. That think of it this way, guys. So there's a lot of spiritual leaders, okay. And so Eckhart Tolle, Bobby's really great at like the ego brain and all of that stuff. So I want to translate it to law of attraction terminology. So yes, when you're in overwhelm, it's your ego brain trying to take over, trying to figure out the how. In law of attraction terms, that's you trying to do step 2. Your job is step 1. This is what I'd like in my life. I am now ready for spiritual development. I am now ready to connect to my inner being more than ever before. And I'm ready to meet and connect with my spirit guides more than ever before. And I love knowing that I have my first couple of steps to take, which is as simple as breathing, to do that. You go to trust that it's coming. The universe does step 2, where they align the energy. They align these free trainings. They align the YouTube videos you come across. They align the meditations you come across. They align the paid courses. They take care of the how, the worry. Okay, so you're trying to do step 2 there, Karen. Let me see if Karen made any more comments. I don't hear guys. I haven't met them. A little lost in the area. Okay, so we already answered that, Karen. It's you got to do the centering breaths first, and what Bobby just said. Let's get back to Lisa. So Lisa is already, she's Bobby, if you remember, she's already meditating. She already has a meditation solid in practice with others and on her own. And I asked her, so where is she at with her spiritual gifts and what does she most need help with? Her response is, I think what happens is thoughts in my mind, but I dismiss them to go back to my counting. Otherwise, I don't know.
How would we get through except through your thoughts, my darling? At some point in time, your thoughts come into this process. And when we are coming through, we are very pleased that you're noticing the quickness with which you dismiss the thoughts. And what Kelly had suggested earlier of maybe writing down some of the thoughts and looking for how it's valid later on in your life would help you begin to believe. What we want you to know is it's a step-by-step process of moving from doubt and confusion to trust and acceptance. And there's no magic answer to that. It's a step-by-step process.
Okay, let me see what I can get on that. Oh, so Lisa, in law of attraction terms, what's going on there is you've done the step one ask, you're receiving and you're not in the receptive mode to receive. That's the state. I'll give you guys my beautiful dating example. I want a husband. I had a guy in front of me. Kelly, I want to I want to see where it can go with you. I realized I like you, blah, 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 blah. And my response was, ha ha ha. Let's just go on lunch and keep dating other people. I was not I want the husband, but I wasn't in the receptive mode of it. So use this as awareness, Lisa, that, oh, I am receiving my gifts. Because that's what it is a matter of quiet the mind and then deciphering between human level thoughts coming in and messages from your inner being coming in. And from there, what I could tell, if you guys go back to the vibrational list in the file component in here, if you feel 8 or down when you receive the message, it is likely from your ego mind. If you feel bored, pessimistic, doubt, worry, when you receive the message, it is likely your human brain taking over. When you're at contentment, the centering the breath brings you, gets you centered, present in the moment, which you're most likely at content. I'm at my chair, I'm peaceful right now, I'm safe in my home. Okay, what's my next step? If it feels, I don't have the book in front, if it feels contentful, if it feels peaceful, if it feels loving, if it feels joyous, if it feels like that would feel so good to do that, that's your inner being. And so, Lisa, if it's a thought that comes in your brain, Bobby, would that likely be, that's not clairdescent. That's more like clairsentient, right? No, that's not a feeling. That's more.
When the thoughts come into the brain, this is Gregory, we don't have a need to label it. It's just being aware that your original, let us use Bobby as an example. In the beginning, she wrote it out. And it was hearing us, translating and writing. And then from that, it moved into hearing and feeling the value of it. And from that, it moved into what it is now, where she's over here and we're speaking her. And it's kind of a combination of the clairs for what she is doing at this point in time. She can sense, she can feel, she can hear, she can see future. It's a combination. And it's not so important that you get which clair it is as it is for you to know, oh, I'm hearing. Okay, so if it makes you feel comfortable to know that's clairaudient, great. If you know, well, I don't hear, I just feel it's right. That's clairsentient. That's good. So if those labels help you clarify what you're doing, that's good, but we don't want anybody to get stuck in the labels because it's a process of integrating all of it because your beingness has the capacity to do every one of those clairs.
Okay. Okay, so Lisa, you're definitely at the point, your question, how do you discern between ego and spirit? Do you still have a question on that? Or this, I believe this should have answered it enough. Use the vibrational list as a guidance for that. as well as Bobby Gregory's exercise of, you're at the point of meditate. You know how to do that when you get the message, the thought that pops in your head. Okay, write that down. Write them all down, and then see which ones come true if you're getting a little premonition. Okay, let me try that. You're at the point of writing it down and building the trust in it. You already know how to do the centering and present in the moment.
One more thing that we would suggest here is right now you're looking for Kelly or Bobby or Gregory or their guides to give you the answer. And what you need to do is go into you and ask yourself, what do I need to do to develop my ability to trust? And either write down what comes or audio what comes. Go inside you and then up to spirit for the answers for you more powerfully than what you're getting from Bobby and Kelly. They don't have your answers, my darling. You and your guides do.
Yeah, Lisa, because you're already pretty connected. You just haven't been receiving the messages coming from you. So from there, I definitely invite a step one ask. I now have the awareness that I'm more connected to my guides and my gifts than I ever thought before. And I am now, from the awareness, step 5, go into step 1, the clarity. And I am now ready to trust it more. I am now ready to feel into the answers more. I am now ready to be in the receptive mode of my inner being. And I'm ready to allow my inner being to take a more prominent role in my life and to start guiding me more and more and more. Okay, and then continue with the law of attraction rampage. I am going to move on. Okay, let me read a couple comments up top, and I want to go back to someone that we missed a little bit. Chris is saying, love it. Wonderful, Chris. Bobby, I got to tell you what, I think it's so cool. Chris is I don't know the label for it, but Gregory doesn't like him anyway. She's able to help locate like missing bodies and help families find the closure. Like, that's mind blowing. Okay, so Bobby, ... That was excellent. I need to ask for awareness. Perfect. Lisa's saying, okay, Lisa's got it. Perfect. Good. I'm so glad that helped. Yeah, okay, Chris is just saying intuitive. Okay, let's see. Chris is saying, I got it. I just need to keep going. Karen said, thank you. Okay, I want to find the one comment that I missed. Fernanda, thank you. Much sense. I need to journal. That's going to help if you journal and do that. Let me find the comment that I missed. I want to answer everyone. Hardles is just saying thank you. Gloria's saying wonderful. Where is that comment? All right, let me look on. Oh, Gloria, I'm not sure what questions summon solutions versus keep me stuck on my problems. So Gloria, are you still here? I'm not sure which questions. I'm assuming you're saying I ask questions to spirit, and sometimes how to ask a better ask. In terms of law of attraction terminology, is how to ask a better ask to keep manifesting. In terms of Bobby's spiritual development, beautiful work that she does, it's how to ask more appropriate questions to get results from your spirit guides. Is that, Gloria, am I understanding your question correctly? So as we wait for her comment, Angela, I'll be able to help you with the dreams for sure. So we'll be able to, guys, dreams are amazing and awesome, and I'm gonna explain those so simply to you guys. Hey, Sue's here. Hi, Sue. Hardles is saying, I'm pretty happy now. Perfect. You're in alignment, Hardles. Gloria's here. Okay, so Bobby, the way I worded her question, which was, shoot, how did I beautifully word it?
She's looking to find what's the best way to ask.
Okay, I'll tackle the law of attraction side. I'll let you tackle the spiritual side.
I didn't know law of attraction wasn't spiritual, Kelly.
It is. How do you find that? I don't know how to decide. Like, yeah, it's spiritual.
Go for it, girl.
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. I got to get back to her comment. I was hoping to buy myself some time, but that's okay. I'll just do it. I'm not sure what questions summon solutions versus keep me stuck on the problem. So in law of attraction terms, when you're stuck, feeling blocked, not sure what to do, confused, overwhelmed, state of panic, you're in step 5. All you need to do I want to feel better. I want to feel better about the situation. I'll do a training later because we're almost out of time, guys. I have a call at 6. Um, I'll teach you guys how to navigate step 5 in detail later, but it's essentially I feel stuck and I'd like to feel better. That gets you back into, it's the same thing as the cleansing breath to get you back into centered. And I'd like to feel better. Once you feel better, ask a new ask. Because whenever you're stuck, it's because you're not doing an ask. You're not asking. It's the law of free will. Spirit can only interfere when you ask for help. When you're Cinderella and you say, I want to get to the ball. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I want to get there. Spirit can then come down and help you. So when you're stuck, you're not doing an ask. You're not, hey, I want to feel better here. Hey, I'd like more money. I'm ready for more money in my life. I'm ready to connect to my spirit being more.
Back to the Cinderella example. When you're stuck, you're saying, God, I'm stuck here. I don't have any clothes for the ball. I don't know how I'm going to get there. Gee, this is really a bummer. Most of the time, my darlings, when you're stuck, you're repeating the problem over and over. You're living in the problem instead of visualizing the solution. Step 5 is about moving into the solution and asking from the place of already being there. Spirit, I know the money is here. Show me how to realize it more powerfully.
Okay, so does that answer your question, Gloria? Yeah, stuckness that was such a beautiful way to word it, Bobby. I'm going to repeat it. Stuckness is where you continuously repeat the problem. Thoughts create your belief system. Belief systems create your reality. I'm stuck. You're going to start seeing step 3, receiving so many signs of you being stuck. And then you're going to be, no, that's exactly why I need to move on from that. You're going to be in the vibration of wanting to move on, and you're just going to keep seeing all these reasons why you need to keep moving on. Okay, Gloria's got it. Perfect. Okay, so let's try to just.
You need to wrap up here, Kelly.
Yeah, wrap it. You do too. Okay. There's.
No, you do. I don't. I'm gonna go play.
Yay. Let me see. There was one more question that I think we can get to before we got to run. Let me just find it. Hey, Bernice, wonderful joining on. Gloria saying thank you. Oh, the dream question, right? Those Angela's. Thank Chris. How many times have you been my lifesaver? Jennifer, oh yeah, I want my white chariot with my white horse pulling it. Oh heck yeah, you got to ask for it and say, how's it going to get here? Let's see it. So Angela, I have a question. My dreams lately are very vivid and informative. Can either of you comment on dream state messages? Okay. Wow, I'm so curious what Bobby's going to say about this. So sometimes, yes, you can. When you go to sleep, you are no resistance. You are centered and in alignment, and you have zero resistance. So what that you're actually not centered. You're at a place of zero resistance, aka your ego brain can't suppress, can't deny anything. So when you're dreaming, whatever's coming through is letting you clearly know what your point of vibration is. So if you're dreaming and your dream is, oh, here's my husband's here, and you're making, not that this was a recent dream of mine. Yeah, I was walking hand in hand with my husband. I was there and it felt good. I was like, oh, this feels good. I'm in the vibe, I'm bored, he's coming. When you have a dream about something that you want and it feels good, it's letting you know that you're in a vibrational match to it. It's a little bit of a premonition of you're in the vibration for it, it's coming. When you're having a dream of running from dinosaurs, of running from an attacker, it's letting you know that you're at a vibration of fear. So what you do from dreams, and when they're vivid, you wake up and go, oh, okay, I'm being attacked. Okay, where do I feel attacked in my day-to-day life? Universe, I'd love to start feeling safe. Do your step 1 ask. I want to start feeling safe. So give us Angela, we got 5 minutes, honey. Get 555, guys, Eastern Standard Time, powerful angel number for transformation. So this is good stuff here. If you give us a little more information on your dreams, we can help in the last 5 minutes.
There's also something with dreams, Kelly. You've answered the human egoic piece with the subconscious mind and how that works. And those are excellent questions to ask. Another way to play, we could do a whole workshop on dreams. You can play with every part of the dream as part of you, and it gives you a message. But also understand that we, spirit, come through in dreams. And we can also come through to take you places, to teach you things, to take you on journeys. So there are many aspects. So to answer what do dreams mean, what does this dream mean? And what does it mean to you? And how does it work for you? And we can guide you in how to explore that. But the most important person to come up with the answer on that is the person with the dream.
So I've been dreaming that my nephew has confessed. Oh, Angela, I remember this now. Okay, so Angela, you're at a vibration of wanting closure. You're at a vibration of wanting to know who did it. Your dream is letting you know what you want. Make sense, Angela? Comment a little more. We're just going to focus on Angela the last couple minutes we have here, guys. And yeah, Angela, you've got us 2-3 minutes. How can we help you? You've been several dreams in the past few weeks. I'm trying to think. I've worked with Angela a little bit one-on-one, so I know more of her story, Bobby.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, Angela, do you guys see how that works? When you have a dream, it lets you know what your point of vibration is. So when it's a vivid one where you feel good about it, I was wondering if it was driftwood. What do you mean by driftwood? Were you wondering if it was a premonition of what's to happen? Or were you wondering if it, I don't get your comment by driftwood. Chris, she's, her person's living. Or, you're welcome, Sandy. Nice to see you, Sandy. Oh, shoot. Angela's saying, yeah, I was wondering if it was driftwood. So it's not so much a premonition, Angela. I haven't heard the term driftwood. I'm gonna have to Google that myself. I view driftwood as the same thing as like your egoic brain giving you a message. Driftwood is kind of, oh, you're talking about that. That's what you're talking about, Angela? Okay. Okay, so my example of the husband thing, that's more of a prelude to manifestation. When you have the dream and it feels good, you wake up in a state of joy and love and appreciation in your chest. That's the driftwood. That's the sneak peek of what's coming. When you wake up and you're like sweating, panicked, oh, I hope they catch him. It's letting you know that that's your point of vibration. Does that make sense, Angela? So it's up to you. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Are you like, ooh, closure's coming soon? Then it's driftwood. It's a prelude to manifestation. If you're waking up and in the anger, like, yes, that's right. This better get solved soon. This has been dragging on forever. Oh, God, thank you. Finally, I'm going to get an answer. This has been dragging on forever. That's your point of attraction. You need to recognize step one, how I always say, do your ask. But because you could do your human level words of the ask, then you have to get to the essence of what you want. It's not, I want so-and-so to confess. It's, universe, I'm ready to find closure from this situation. I'm ready to receive back the goods that belong to me. I'm ready to find closure from this situation, and I'm ready to start the next chapter of my life. Make sense? So, Angela, this has been my primary ask for a long time. I've been asking for closure and signs. Okay, then, all right. We got to wrap this up. It's just, Angela, just pay attention to how you feel when you wake up. That's going to give you the answer if it's driftwood or if it's a vibration you need to bring up into alignment. Keep us updated, Angela. Okay, so Bobby, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, and so everyone, if Bobby will be doing part of the Zen Den that's coming up, anyone who wants more out of life, you want to be more present in the moment. You want to enjoy, if you're a busy mom running a business, there's a little stress, a little worry, how am I going to grow my business or whatever's going on in your day-to-day life, and you want more out of life. You want your business to grow with ease. You want the extra money to come in. You want more time with your son. You want to, when you're with your son, be present in the moment. Not thinking about all the stuff you have to do, but present in the moment, enjoying the time. If you're trying to grow a business, if you just want more out of life, then you need to join the Zen Den. The link is above. It's your mind, body, and soul, one source package for only $197 month to month. You can leave at any time to nourish your mind, your body, and your soul. And with that, you get me once a week, and Bobby will be hosting the first workshop. It's a 3-hour intensive of awakening your spiritual gifts and taking the next step on your spiritual journey in that workshop. And that's going to be November, I think it's November 13th or 18th. I don't remember off the top of my head. But that is what the workshop's about. So we hope to see you all in there. Join the Zen Den.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.